Hi everybody, my name's Justine. I'm the Equalities, Diversity and Inclusion Manager, and on Sunday is the International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia and Biphobia. And I am here with Alex, one of our students, who is going to talk a little bit about it. Alex, would you like to introduce yourself to everybody?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Alex. I'm a media production student here at the uni. I'm still in halls during the lockdown. Um, and I don't think there's really a better time to be talking about things like this in such an important period in both the world and university history, I suppose. Yeah, that's me.
Would- Can you share a little bit about what you're doing at the university and a bit about your story?
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of what I'm doing at uni, at the moment, obviously everything's online. Um, Trying to convert everything that we're doing to text format's really difficult in media, but still sort of getting by. If I was still in class, I would be doing a lot of recording, I suppose, doing a radio module. And one of the things about my course that regardless of whether it's online, whether it's here, is it's something that I've always adored. And in terms of like um the upcoming day against transphobia, biphobia, and homophobia, is it? It's when I started at college, good few years back now because I've done a few extra years and stuff like that. I started doing A levels and I only did my AS levels, but I did sociology, media, and English language and literature. Um, but I dropped language and literature, and I have a passion in sociology because I am a bisexual trans man, and I think that um it's really interesting all the aspects that go into the identity, all the different perceptions of identity from different points of view, and I have obviously a lot of personal feelings about how things like that should be handled and about equality, diversity, things like that. And I found that when it came to the point where I couldn't handle A level too, like anymore, there was too much that I needed to pick a subject. So I picked media because I realized very, very quickly that as a creative person, media was a really, really good outlet to have my voice heard about my own like personal opinions about what like my rights should be as a person. So as I finished that course, I went on to a full-time BTech course, completed that, and came to the uni. And now as time's going on, I'm like starting to build a find my voice, find ways to use that voice. Um, and I think there's not really a better time to do something like this, to talk about things like this, because I think in our current time they're very, very important, and um, making progress is absolutely imperative.
So why is, I'll call it Idaho because it's a short version. Why is Idaho important for you?
Because I think in the news every day you hear like different stories, and every day there's some like form of like violence in this world, and it's absolutely horrific. But it's like every other day the violence that you see is something to do with like transphobia, homophobia, anything like that, and it's really sad. And there just needs to be a lot of awareness on the subject so that like I can feel safe. There's a lot of stuff happened in Sunderland recently, and it was all over the news. It was absolutely national. There was people down south who heard about like, oh, have you heard this? And I was like, yes, I know. I live there. It's quite alarming. So being able to have days like this where people can take a stand against this and can be aware about it is so important, because I want to go into uni and I want to go into town and feel safe and know that if I have an issue and I bring it up, then I can be protected and have someone to go to about it and to be able to talk about it and help spread the awareness as well.
And how does the university support you, Alex? Has it been a good experience for you being at Sunderland, the university?
Yeah, um, absolutely. Yeah, they've been really, really good. Being trans, I changed my name over the course of the last year. Coming into uni and changing my name was amazing. They changed pretty much everything instantly. Um, the registers were changed really, really fast. The teachers couldn't have been more accepting. It was more of a case of if they said my name, I'd be like, "Hey, I'm Alex. This. These are my pronouns," and straight away, they were just pretty much on board with it. It's I've had no issues at all in terms of teaching or anything like that. And in terms of like administration and stuff like that, it's pretty much been smooth sailing. So it's really, really good to have a place like the uni where I can come in and know that I can just be myself without any question. Um, and what was one other thing that was going to mention regarding that? And I think that was the it's not just the students as well. It's like I mean, it's not just the teaching; it's the students as well. Like I was always scared going into uni that that I would have problems with other people and that you wouldn't know how to deal with it. And any problems that I've had have been dealt with properly, absolutely amazingly. And I'm really lucky to have a really, really good friend group of really, really good people who absolutely support me. So, in terms of the uni experience, it's been amazing, absolutely amazing, better than anything I could expect. Really.
No, that's fantastic to hear, Alex. So, with I'll say it again in full, International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia being on Sunday, what would you ask the people who are watching the video to reflect on personally on Sunday? What would you like people to think about or do?
I think in terms of the general public and people watching this video, I would ask you to educate yourself, and that's about it. Because I think there's a big emphasis needs on education. What I always say to people is that if you don't understand something, don't be afraid to ask about it. Because if there's anyone that can clear up things about like being trans and stuff like that and the experience, it's me. Like instead of making the assumption, go and search about it. There's so much information out there, and just looking at it can like help show you the what's going on in the world in terms of rights, and it can show you what it means for to be trans, to be bi, be gay, any part of the LGBT community. You just need to have one little look online, and just understand what's going on in the community so that you can support people the best you can. Be an ally. It's honestly, when people support me, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Alex.
Absolutely, thank you.